Assalamualaikum and good day. Today our lecture on Six Sigma. I will give the title FMEA, which is failure mode and effect analysis. There are two parts of this FMEA, which is one is failure mode and second one is effect analysis, which is the effect of the failure mode. We study FMEA. Okay. We also can write Six Sigma in this form. From this 15-step analysis of process Six Sigma, you can see FMEA is very important tools and very critical and can utilize FMEA in all the 6 and 5-6 stations. From define, measure, analyze, improve, control. Okay, we have define one. We also have FMEA on number 6 here, step number 6, FMEA. We also have FMEA on step number 9. We also have FMEA on step number 10 and 11 for improve. And we also have FMEA can be used also in control. You can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 FMEA, which is can be utilized. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can use it FMEA in these 15 processes of Six Sigma process. And from this, all the tools that possible that we use for Six Sigma, a lot of tools including FMEA and some other tools also like TRIS, Taguchi method, and some other many tools. Failure mode and effect analysis, there is a F, M, E, and A. FMEA itself. The history of FMEA started in about 1960, which is during the aerospace industry of Apollo mission. That is the start how to study the effect analysis of the failure previous project. Then from there we analysis and we do some correction before it's happened. That's FMEA. Okay, that's a failure mode, and we do the analysis of the effect. Okay. In other words, we consider it as something like anticipate. We anticipate the problem before it's happened based on history. Okay, and extended to 1970s and also onward, many industries like automotive and others driven by certain liability costs, then use FMEA to improve the processes based on previous historical defects and problems, all that. Okay, this is some history from 1940s actually, developed by US military, then back to NASA in 70s. Ford Motor used it, and later used in German company, some other company, and year 2000 onward, and used by many industries, which is lately 2019 come out with the FMEA handbook. We have a lot of other standard books given by others also. Okay, this is example only. Okay, why FMEA? Because we want to identify the problem before problem can be failed in beginning. Also estimate the risk to specific causes. Okay, we know if you do this, this is the effect. We do like that, this is the effect. And then by the cost associated to us or allocate to us, we can estimate and mitigate the risk, and also mitigate what will happen if this is we do again. Prioritize the action, because this action is can put some value on that, then to reduce the risk. And also if we do some other FMEA like design FMEA or process FMEA, we have a lot more FMEA, which is we design, validation, and also we control the processes. Okay, that's prioritize. How to prioritize? We have 3 stages: severity, occurrence, and detection. These three occurrence and severity and detection is actually the severity of the failure mode, how often the failure mode happen, and also how to detect. That's it. Okay, this is, we have it an RPN number. Okay, then which is higher. If we say this high times all that, example, we take this 10 10 10, okay, maximum of the rubrics 10 10 10, then if all 10, then their RPN number is become 1000. If all less priority 111, then the RPN number is only 1, and we no need to take action on that. Okay. FMEA is proactive tools. Okay. Tools to document the problem and so we plan before we fail. Okay, that's the FMEA. Focus on customer. We want the customer to get our best product and all that. Okay, that's the FMEA, which is both internal and external customer. Okay, we anticipate the failure before it's happened. Okay. Purpose, of course, as one of the way to facilitate the improvement process and also to eliminate the concern of process problem and design problem, risk management tools, some others also, how to prevent, how to make a customer satisfaction. Okay. Eliminate the failure, also analyze the effect, set the priority, and also identify the potential failure before we start the process. That's the example. Example, if you prevent something happen in early stage of product development and planning, the cost is very low. But go to pre-production and production, the cost is higher, bigger. And if you go to customer, the cost is much higher. Some company will be collect because of product recall, product problem here at the customer. Okay. Brand name is also become very bad. Okay, this is severity, occurrence, and detection. This is RPN number, risk priority number. We just times severity, occurrence, and detection, they become RPN number. Okay, example of project that good to use Sigma project. For example, manufacturing manager responsible to move the manufacturing process to new facility. Then, in order for us to use best of FMEA, we study the current processes and current facilities and all that. Then we do some countermeasure before the problem happen. All that, or designer or engineer, and they want to do all the new product, possible way to product design new one, robustness of the product, new product, and also build to a best product. A software engineer is a problem of software, how to detect and also how to repair the problem before it's happened later, after the problem software is released, example. Okay. And we need a lot of inputs before the FMEA happen. Inputs in all these example, cause and effect diagram, process map, process history, procedure, knowledge, experience. The most important here is experience. Without experience, without people that already have experience on that, sharing is not there. You cannot do FMEA based on all newcomers. And then output is all the list and all the possible defect and how to improve the processes. Okay, we have a design FMEA, process FMEA, equipment FMEA, maintenance FMEA, concept FMEA, and also service FMEA. All this system and also environment. All this, the most popular is actually process FMEA. Okay, and also design FMEA is also customer requirement, all that, and process FMEA, process flow, and all. Okay, that's the tools. And then a lot more introduction of the example process. We introduce new process, and we review current process after modification and introduction of new part number or new product number or something in the existing line. Design, a new design, new sub assembly, and also new application for the current design example. This is the failure mode. We have internal and external. Internal is actually in our processes, warehouse production. External is a supplier or final customer. outside our boundary or factory. When we want to conduct early of the new product or early of new system and existing design process but being changed, and we need to do some analysis. And also, if you want to do some improvement in corrective action, also we can do FMEA also. This is all for the another example of case study that FMEA happened before. Our BISAT first launch, this is quite small, 4-inch cube satellite by NASA last time. It was launched in space 28 October 2011, okay, from this Air Force base. Okay. But the problem is one of the two antenna failed to deploy, and that uh, become not function, something like that. Then how to make it better than use FMEA to study, and later the second project become very successful because of study by analysis and also failure previously. Okay, some other tools also we can use by many members. Example, team members for the process itself, we have to have design engineer, process engineer, supply chain engineer, line, supplier, operators, practitioner. All this is very good experienced member and to have in the approach of the example. And then all these members will participate and give their own experience and how to improve the problems. Okay, this is a form of FMEA. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 parts of FMEA. Identify the failure, which is actually on the process and potential failure, and effect of the potential failure. Then this is the severity. Okay, second part, identify the cause of failure mode and control, which is potential failure, how many occurrence, and also current control, how to detect the problem. Then from here we have RPN number, which is severity times occurrence time detection, and become RPN number. Then after that we do some action. Again we take the consideration of new severity, reoccurrence, and redetection number. And after example we change here, then the occurrence will be reduced here if we improve the occurrence. If we improve the detection, then detection will be reduced, supposed to be something like that. Okay, this is the failure mode. Okay, this is the SOD again, severity, occurrence, and detection. The RPN number, risk priority number is the times all these three. Okay, this example rating, we put example 10 rating, 1 to 10. 1 is not severe, 10 is very severe. Okay, for occurrence, 1 is not likely, but 10 is very likely to be happen. Detection, 1 is easy to detect, but 10 is very hard to detect. Then 10. If the problem is 10, 10, 10, then become 1000. It's very grave, very high risk to happen. Something like that. This level of occurrence, severity, and detection is actually the experience people can determine how severe, how occurred is, how repeated the problem, how to detect, how detectable is the item, the process the problem. Okay, this is example of manufacturing for the severity, from hazard without warning until the minor and all this level. Okay. This is 1 to 10. Why? Normally some people use 5, some people use 3, some people use 10. I like 10 because it's, if you have a lot of processes to calculate RPN, if you put only 3 or 5, then sometimes the number is not big different. But if 10, then makes 0 to 1 or 0, no 0, 1 to 1000. Because 10, 10, 10. But if 5 only, 5, 5, 5, 1, maximum 125. Okay. If 3, the more worse. Maximum is 3, 3, 3, 27 only, something like that. Okay. Okay, this is severity rating. Example from minor until the hazard without warning. We have 10. And we can search in internet example for this CV rating for process FMEA, and you can get some idea from others. No, don't copy, but you can get some idea from others. Create our own rating for our own ranking. Okay. Risk assessment. severity, occurrence, and detection, all these three. Then we put here and we identify the consequences and also the problem, mean the severity, potential cause, and what is the occurrence, and document current process control, and how capable of the process to detect, and lastly RPN number, severity times occurrence and detection number. Okay, we have 14 steps. This is others how to construct the process, FMEA example. We have a lot of steps. A lot of people develop their own many steps. This is example of 14 steps. Assemble the cross-functional, identify the scope until the continuous re-evaluate the processes example. And example, the cross-functional for manufacturing function, design, manufacturing, quality, testing, all these people need to be in the team, or maybe we can choose a select which one is actually most reliable and most point to the processes. Services in function, example, design, training, finance, okay, qualities, and all this. This is the example of included team, cross-functional team. Then some other example on the IG and PDA, they put it 7 step. This okay, and then this 7 step example we put on system analysis, failure risk, and also risk communication. And that's example of FMEA. And FMEA is very useful tools for us to study and to prevent and to anticipate our processes, our design, our risk, and reduce it or eliminate it before it's happened, because we improve the processes based on experience of a previous one. Okay, that's all. Thank you very much.